Let's go ahead and talk about project management in this particular chapter. So when we look at the project manager as such, what it does. So let's look at the responsibilities. Project manager have a responsibility of planning, procurement, and execution of project in any domain of engineering or software, you can say, for us. The project managers are the first point of contact for any issues or discrepancies arising from within the heads of various departments, or I would say team in an organization. So the responsibility, high level responsibilities are developing the project plans, managing the project stakeholder, managing communications, managing the project team, managing the project risk, schedule, budget, conflicts, and delivery. So the Project Management Institute offers variety of credentials or the certifications on the PMP, which is Project Management Professional, PMP, Certified Associate in Project Management, Program Management Professional, PGMP, Risk Management Professional, PMI, RMP, Scheduling Professional, SP, Portfolio Management Professionals, PFMP. So besides project management providing these, the certification, at the same time there are PRINCE2 as well. We will talk about that later. So project management. So PMP talks about there are 12 knowledge areas, and project manager PMP. PMP talks about there are 12 knowledge areas and 5 different process groups, and all of that contains the processes required for any project to be executed. So if you look at one of the example, monitoring and control. So for the scope perspective, monitoring and control, verify the scope and control the scope. So the scope is not changing. You need to make sure that the scope is very controlled in its execution cycle. There are different parameters. If you look at the communication management for monitoring and controlling, which is report performance. So you need to continuously report the performance of the project execution. If you look at the planning as well, for the communications and management, plan the communication. So whenever there is a project plan which is created, you need to continuously communicate to the stakeholders so that they are aware that what is happening in the project. So for all 12 knowledge areas and process group, you will have each and every process which is required for any project manager to carry out or work on a project. If you look at the PRINCE2, on the other words, they have got 7 principles: continued business justification, learn from the experience, defined role and responsibilities. They have 7 themes like business case why, organization who, quality what, and they have 7 processes altogether. So starting up the project, directing project, initiating a project, controlling stage, managing product conduct, managing stage boundaries, and closing the project. So they have different the organization of managing the project, but PRINCE2 is very much valued in some area of the world like Europe. Prince is very much awarded, but in US you can see PMI, PMP is very much valued. So if you look at which one is prominent in what area in Europe, in the world, like in UK, PRINCE2 is much more valued. In US, PMP is much more valued, and second preference is PRINCE2. In Asia, PRINCE2 and PMP goes hand in hand. It is all depends on the client for those companies, and they align themselves to either to go with the PMP or PRINCE2. In Africa, it's the same. In Americas, PMP is much more valued in all the regions, though it is North or South America. And preference 2 is PRINCE2, but it is, you can say, very less used or less valued. In Australia, PRINCE2 is very much prominent. Europe, PRINCE2 is very much prominent. In Middle East, it's the same. It is all depends on the company and the client. So PMBOK versus PRINCE2 comparison. These are like comparison which some websites has been put forward. But if you are actually looking at preparing into these directions, either you look at the geography in which you want to work, or then you look at what are the benefits and what is that you can actually do it with using these two frameworks. In nutshell, both these frameworks are equally important for SDLCs or software development life cycles of either agile or anything as a project management perspective. That's it for this particular chapter, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, move to the next section in which we will discuss about job profiles.